What is going on, guys? Hunter from Team Redneck Yu-Gi-Oh! Bringing you a pretty cool video. This weekend was Yu-Gi-Oh! Day for most locals. My locals was fortunate enough to have one. I ended up going 4-0. There was not a top cut, so there was another 4-0 that ended up having better tiebreakers, so I technically got second, but I still went undefeated. Lost one game all day to a bad matchup. Anyway, I was playing Metalfoe Yang Zings. Yang Zings are life, are love. So I'm just gonna get into the profile here. It's pretty standard. 3 Jiaotou. You need Jiaotou. He's the best tuner. He's the best. You want to open him. You want to see him every game. If you don't go into him, you're probably losing, or you probably lost, or he's just really, really important. 3 Chiwin, another tuner. You just want to max out on your tuners. Chiwin's good to have engrave because he can recur himself, and then you can do some quick sync plays during your opponent's turn because all the non-tuner, non-pendulums let you synchro during your opponent's turn, so you can do some stupid stuff. And then you can pillars them, float with one of your other ones, and then chain to summon this from grave, and then it's just neat. 3 Zafranu, you need him for the combo. He's level 6, so him and Jiaotou make a Baxia, him and Chiwin make a Yazi. Just a really easy, really big synchro, and lets you get into your combos. Plus he's a scale 7, which is somewhat relevant. Those are the more important ones. For the non-tuners, 3 Swanee and 3 Bien. I play 3 of each of these because Jiaotou and Swanee Jiaotou and Bien make Denglong, and Chiwin and Swanee make Denglong. So they're the best ones to open with without the combo or without a float or anything, because it's easier to get into Denglong, which is pretty much the powerhouse of the deck now. I only played 2 Big C. I still think it's fine at 2. It's good in the Paleo matchup because you can just make your synchro unaffected by traps, and that's the entire Paleo deck, so it's still relevant, this format, until Paleo dies off. But I just play 2 for another name, and because it's randomly good in the Paleo matchup. And then I played 3 one-ofs, Pulao, Tao Tai, and Zafraxi. Zafraxi is just there for basically a 7th tuner. Pendulum summon it or summon it from the deck to make something else a tuner. And then these 2 are basically there for side out fodder and for just all other names. There used to be a combo where I'd go into Crystal Wing with Tao Tai turn 1, but that has long since been outdated since Denglong was a card pretty much. So it's just there to side out basically, and another name for Jiaotou to ditch to open with. So yeah, that is all of the Yang Zing monsters. I don't have a count. But if we move on to the Metalfoes, 1 Stealing, 3 Silvered, 3 Gold, and 1 Wolflame. Kind of wonky ratios. I play the 3 Gold driver because much like the Swanee BN reasoning, these just go into Denglong with the tuners that we have available, so and then 1 of each of the 8 scales because you can't make Denglong, and the Zafraxis plus Eccentric here is a high scale, so I don't know, this has worked out pretty well for me. So their ratio is working out very, very nice. 2 Eccentric, this card's broken, going 2nd or 1st. Pop combo, search, it's a high scale. Out Vanity's Fiend, I don't know, this card's just ridiculous. That's my new favorite card. That's all the monsters. Spells, 2 Path. I think 2 is fine. I really want to play 3 because there have been times where I can use 3 and I'm just Meh. But 2 is fine. If you're using 3, if you go through all 3 in one game, you're probably not going to win that game. Yeah, I don't know, it's just a really great card. Searchable Pot of Average is nice. Then I played 2 Desires. I was kind of iffy about this card in this deck because you could banish all your high scales and screw yourself over. You could banish all your low scales, screw yourself over. You could banish all of your Metalfoe spell or traps, screw yourself over. You can banish all your tuners and screw yourself over. But every time every time I banish something bad, I'm like, that really sucks, and then I won that turn. So it was never bad, I guess. One ofs, played one painful, didn't want to open two, and like I only have 2 targets, so it's just basically an upstart at this point, but it's there. One regular fusion. I didn't play full because you don't like this is just there so I can pop it with backseat, shuffle back, draw a card, and then it's like it's kind of like an never-ending cycle of targets for the Metalfoes. Because Metalfoe is not really. You can make it, but it's kind of you have to go out of your way to make it, and it's not like progressing your game state as much as it would in like a pure build. So you can't really recycle a whole lot. So like this is just nice to be able to shuffle itself back if you can like set it and then have your opponent like bait them into popping it or something. So yeah, that's why I played fusion. Then the other 2 I just played 2 combo. This gets you into the combo. And yeah, it's really the only one you need to use. And then the last 3 traps, 3 pillars. This card's absolutely busted. I opened a Yang Zing plus these 3 plus like an eccentric or something, or like a path, probably a path. And I was able to win just off of having these 3, because it's just 3 strikes that let you float, and you can set up like Chi-Win plays, and then like Chi-Win can get you into synchro plays, and it's absolutely nuts. And it shuffles back, so like. Fuck you, Karen. Go to the extra, 1 Herald, make this unkillable by battle, and it just like wrecks Infernoids, which is kind of relevant, or will be relevant in the near future. Along with like Zodiacs and like Deity, they can't Foolish Burial, all their stuff, which is what they want to do. So this card's really great right now. 1 Shambara, I don't know how I've played this deck without this card before. This like ended so many games. I was just like, I can do so much damage, and I'm like, oh, I can, yeah, that's a game, cool. 2 Dang Long, I don't think you need to play 3, I think 2 is fine, because when you summon the second one, you just search path to shuffle back the first one, and it's as easy as that. So yeah, 1 Coral Dragon, never made this. I don't know what it's spot removal, I guess. I don't know. I wanted a 6, and I chose this over Stardust Charge Warrior. I still think it's a better pick over Stardust Charge, but I just never made it. Only played 1/7 being Yazi. You can recycle it, it's not targetable. Pretty good monsters to scrap Dragon Effect. So I made this to clear out back row and stuff before I pendulumed, and I don't know, it's good. Then the Heart and Soul of the deck. 3 Baxia. You gotta play 3 to do the full combo, and like it's the card's so good. So good. The non-targeting Baxia, so 4 Baxias. 1 Void Ogre for the part of the combo. Another negate. Then 1 Xiaofang. So this is the card that wins the Paleozoic matchup. Because you use Bixie to make it unaffected with traps, and then his effect, you can't activate water monster effects, so your frogs are turned off and your traps are turned off for him. So it's pretty much GG. But yeah, so this card is really good. And that's it for the synchros. I played 2 fusions, just 1 Adamante and 1 Mithrilium. Mithrilium, because it's good, you can recycle, bounce, that sort of stuff, and it floats, which is neat. And 1 Adamante, because it's the most reasonable one, because you're playing a bunch of just effect monsters, so all of your Zings can go into this, whereas you have to have a pendulum to go into this, and just meh. And the last card is just 1 Hope Harbinger, yeah, for the combo. And that's it for the deck.